Hey guys, it's Vince with Green Joe Coffee Truck, and today I'm going to cover a brief overview of the Coffee Truck Crash Course. So it's a 4-week course. Each week we cover a different topic. It's live Q&A, so we meet for 1 hour. We do it live on Google Meet, and we discuss your homework as well as any outstanding Q&A questions that there might be as far as going into coffee trucking, coffee catering. It's a really good way to get started in the coffee trucking, coffee catering business, or if you're looking on stepping into a brick and mortar one day and just slowly building up your capital, your reputation, and your experience as you go. So let's talk about the different weeks and what we're going to be covering. So for the first week, we cover Know the Cost. So it's kind of a mini course where I give you a spreadsheet and we start breaking down what your coffee truck is going to cost. We'll go over different vehicles, things like teardrop trailers, horse trailers, campers, cargo trailers, sprinter vans, and we'll break down the pros and cons to each one of them, and I'll give you my expertise on what I feel. I've done a few at this point. I have 5 different build outs, and so I have some experience with a lot of different trailers and trucks, and so I'll give you my 2 cents on that. Chapter two of that week is going to look at just kind of the general equipment. We'll dive specifically into equipment on week 3, but this will give you some general understanding on the equipment and what's going to go into that. Chapter 3 of week 1 is the labor. So plumbers, handyman, contractors. These are the people that are actually going to be building out the truck for you. How much they cost, what to expect them to do, and how to find a good one. So we'll kind of guide you through that process of hiring out the labor to build out your trailer. Chapter 4 is going to be permits and miscellaneous. That's going to be supplies, the permits that you need to pay for, and all these like miscellaneous costs that go into building a coffee truck. Week 2 is going to be Know the Code and Regulations. This is where we actually get into the meat and potatoes. This is going to be the first chapter is just finding your regulations, where to find it, how to get it. Chapter 2 is going to be commissaries, the tricks and trades with finding commissaries, getting a commissary for free. What is a commissary? Chapter 3 is the health department. So that's the big one that a lot of people have a lot of confusion with. So I'll guide you through how to make it through your health inspection. And then chapter 4 is the fire department and your fire inspection, which is the equivalence of a health inspection, but how to pass code on that. Chapter 5 is going to be basic overview of floor plans, some different floor plans ideas that I have. I'll pass those on to you so you can take a look at those. And then week 3 is Know Your Equipment. And this is a thick week. It's got a lot of information on it. I'm going to give you we'll discuss espresso machines and the different types of espresso machines that are out there, 110 versus 220. One group versus 2 group. Should you buy used? Should you buy new? So we'll discuss all kinds of different espresso machines. I'll give you my recommendation on espresso machines. Chapter 2 is espresso grinders, so we'll dig into that. Bird grinders, wattage, dose versus non-dose, that type of stuff. Chapter 3 is commercial coffee makers, pour overs, and air pots, and satellites, and all those different coffee makers that are out there. Chapter 4 is going to be generators, and so that's where we'll dig into the difference between 110 generators and 220 generators, brand name generators, and kind of dig into that. Chapter 5 is water filters, so you can really start understanding how water filtration works for the coffee industry. Water pumps and water heaters, we'll also go into that chapter. Blenders for Chapter 6, HVAC for Chapter 7. We already covered generators. Week 4 is going to be mobile barista. So that's where we're going to be looking at traditional espresso drinks like espresso shots, macchiatos, cortados, cappuccinos, flat whites, lattes, Americanos. And then flavored lattes, hot and iced lattes, both of them. The big 4 are caramel, mocha, vanilla, and white chocolate, but there's some other ones. We'll talk about flavor combinations, how to combine things like subtle flavors and dominant flavors. A good example of that is pumpkin and chai. So we'll talk about that. Fraps, coffee, pour over, drip, cold brew, teas, London fogs, chai tea lattes, modern chai tea lattes. We'll go into that. And then catering for large group, things like cold brew, hot coffee, chai tea lattes, and syrup lattes for large groups, 100 drinks at once type of thing. So that's the just the spill on that crash course, and it is a crash course. So we do meet up once a week. I highly encourage you, if you're interested in coffee trucking, this is the course for you. Don't wait on booking them. They sell out all the time. So please, by all means, join us. I'd love to see you there. If you have any questions whatsoever, shoot me an email, shoot me a text, and we'll get you started on this. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Vince with Green Joe Coffee.